people. You're welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming to this channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Today I want to quickly talk on something. It's not something I planned on, but then it came to my mind as I was thinking on what to talk on, and that is loving yourself. That is love yourself. You see, this topic is very important because a lot of people do not really love themselves, and you wouldn't really blame them. And I said you wouldn't blame them because a lot of people grew up in environments, or in short, the society itself makes people feel that they are not up to standard in certain areas of life. If it's not in their physical looks, maybe in their intellectual capacity, maybe in their financial status, maybe in one thing or the other, and it makes them not to really love themselves. They keep feeling and regretting and wishing they were like someone else. Now, the Bible said, "Love your neighbor as you love yourself." So that means a prerequisite for you loving your neighbor is that you love yourself. You need to love yourself in order for you to love your neighbor properly. Now, there was a time I was actually thinking of that many years ago while I was in secondary school, and I was saying, I think that scripture should have even been love your neighbor more than you love yourself, because I'm very much aware that a good number of people do not love themselves enough to be kind to other people. That is, if they are to treat other people the way they feel about themselves, then you know they'll treat people badly. Now, for you to actually love yourself, it means for you to appreciate the way God has made you, appreciate who God has made you to be, appreciate where you are at the moment, appreciate the fact that you are alive. Now, a lot of people do not appreciate themselves because the society has made them feel they should go another way around. For example, some people battle with the fact that they are too tall and they just feel that they are just too tall, and anywhere they go to they are noticed because their head is the highest. Why some people feel they are too short, they wish they could be very tall. Some people think they are too slim, some people think they are too fat. So many things coming through their mind, and this affects their lives, it affects their day-to-day activities. Now, let me give you a practical example. For example, if you don't love yourself enough, if you don't like the way you look, it will affect the way you love your loved ones. Because, for example, if they have an occasion, maybe your friend has something they are doing and they want you to come around, you just feel that you are not looking good enough. You don't just like the way you are. You can't be there for them. And in that way, you've actually hurt them. Why? Because you didn't love yourself enough. You didn't feel that you are good enough to go for that occasion, and all they needed was your presence. But because you just felt you are not good enough, you were not able to be there for them. So you see that when you don't love yourself, it affects the way you love other people. It affects the way you relate to other people. It affects your relationships to a great extent. So you have to come to a point where you love yourself. Don't use another person as a standard of how a perfect person should be. No, you even have to come to the point where you love your personality. Not everybody will be very loud, not everybody will be very quiet, not everybody will be very reserved. People are different, and they are different because they have different purposes to accomplish here on earth. So you have to love the way you look, you have to love the personality God has given you. All you need to do is to work at being a better version of yourself. Like someone said, never be in competition with others. Just be in competition with yourself. Try to be better than you were yesterday. I hope this is a motivation for you this week. This is Monday, and I hope that as you go out throughout this week, you remember that you should love yourself. And loving yourself means you are grateful to God for making you the way He has made you. You cannot keep regretting. There are certain things you cannot change about yourself. There are certain things you were born with. There are certain things that no matter what you do, you can't really change. Though science has also helped a lot of people to change certain things about their physical looks, but there are certain things you can't change. And when you are faced with certain things like that, always remember that since you can't change it, you should embrace it and make the best out of it. Thank you for watching up to now. See you in my next video. Bye.